When you think of ultra high net worth families, the conventional wisdom is that these wealthy families are conditioned to seek wealth management services at the global private banks like Goldman Sachs or Merrill Lynch. The acronym PBIG exists for a reason. There's also many RIAs that want to chase this market, and some who say they offer family office services for the ultra high net worth. But when you look under the hood at these firms, they're usually serving the $1 to $2 million investable asset population with less than a handful of truly ultra high net worth families on their client roster. So when they set out to build an RIA as a multifamily office for the ultra high net worth, I was curious about how Pathstone set themselves apart from the big banks to go after this niche.
Well, a couple things. One is the way fees are driven. And in that note, as a pure fiduciary, the only revenue that Pathstone receives are what our clients pay us directly. We don't get commissions, brokerage fees. When someone takes margin, we don't get 2% fees on top of that. We don't get placement fees on private equity. We're truly sitting on the same side of the table as our clients versus selling them something.
Right.
And so I think you have a fundamental difference in the business models. Now, could one day, as I'll say, as disruption occurs, could business models change? I think absolutely. The other route we went, which I think was interesting, is that we also unbundled all of our services. So traditionally, you'll see a business or an RIA charge a percentage of your assets as fees. And they may have estate planning in-house, which you'll find at the large firms, or you may find even some firms have bill pay, but they're literally sitting there like, pretty please don't engage me on these additional services, because all it does is reduce their margin. So if those are just going to reduce margin, are you really going to invest in the level that someone like us can? So when a client engages Pathstone, we have a 14-page matrix of services of things that we can do. You check off the boxes if you want philanthropic advisory, if you want property and casualty, if you want prenup, postnup. I like to say, if you can dream it, we can do it. And that's how your fee is determined. And so if someone goes and buys a new horse ranch and wants us to do the payroll for 10 cowboys and the accounting on 40 horses, that's what our clients are paying for us to do, versus some kind of percentage of assets relationship. And there's times where we'll do percentage of assets mainly on investments, but it's predominantly this unbundled services that has set us apart on delivering incredibly high quality services that we very purposely have insourced inside of Pathstone to control that experience, versus a lot of times you've seen some more outsourced services on bill pay, accounting, tax, et cetera.